The mining laser sliced through Reeve Halston's arm before anyone could scream a warning. The emergency klaxons in Bay 7 of Nexus Station blared as crimson blood sprayed across the sterile white floor. It was a pattern that would have spelled death for any other species in the galaxy. Dr. Qil'vesh rushed forward with the trauma kit, her 6 limbs moving in synchronized panic. She had been a combat medic for 40 cycles. She had seen injuries that would make seasoned soldiers vomit. But nothing prepared her for what happened next. The blood stopped flowing. Not gradually, not with medical intervention. It simply stopped, as if someone had turned off a faucet. The wound that should have drained Reeve in minutes sealed itself with a dark crust that formed so rapidly, Qil'vesh thought her eyes were malfunctioning. What is happening? She breathed, her translator barely catching the words. Reeve groaned, clutching his arm. Standard clotting response. Hurts like hell, but I am not going to bleed out. Standard. Nurse Trellick stared at the wound with all 3 of his eyes. Your entire vascular system just performed an emergency shutdown faster than our medical nanites could deploy. Yeah, that is what blood does, Reeve said through gritted teeth. It clots. Qil'vesh ran her scanner over the wound again, certain the device was broken. In Valorian physiology, clotting takes 6 to 8 minutes with medical assistance. In Thoraxian biology, it takes 10. In humans, according to my database, it should take several minutes minimum. Your database is wrong, Reeve muttered. Human blood starts clotting in seconds. Full clot formation in minutes without any help. That is biologically impossible, Qil'vesh insisted. The chemical cascade required to seal a major vessel this size would need dedicated systems that we only achieve with technology. We have dedicated systems, Reeve explained, wincing as his body continued its work. Platelets, fibrin, clotting factors. Our blood is designed to stop flowing the second it hits air. Earth is a death world. We bled like you do, every scrape would kill us. Trellick stepped back, his scales paling to a sickly gray. You are saying that your blood is weaponized against your own environment? I am saying our blood knows what it is doing, Reeve corrected. Cut yourself on a rock, fall on something sharp, get bit by a predator humans needed to stop bleeding fast or die. So we evolve blood that clots faster than anything else in the galaxy. Qil'vesh tried to steady her breathing. The coagulation cascade you are describing would require redundant biological systems, multiple backup pathways, and an aggressive immune response that borders on autoimmune disorder. Welcome to Deathworld evolution, Reeve said flatly. Our bodies assume everything is trying to kill us, because on Earth, everything usually is. Commander Brixton arrived, his thermal sensors flickering in agitation. Report, I was told we had a critical injury. We did, Qil'vesh said slowly. The human was struck by a mining laser, severed the brachial artery. Should have bled out in 4 minutes. Should have. Brixton looked at Reeve, who was now sitting up and examining his arm with clinical detachment. Human clotting factors engaged before I could even apply pressure, Qil'vesh explained. Complete hemostasis in under 30 seconds. I have never seen anything like it. Is this normal for your species? Brixton asked Reeve directly. Completely normal, Reeve confirmed. My blood has clotting factors that activate the moment they contact anything that is not the inside of a blood vessel. Platelets rush to the wound site. Fibrin forms a mesh. The whole system is designed for rapid response. That is not biology, Trellick whispered. That is military-grade biotechnology. No, that is survival, Reeve said, his voice gaining strength. Do you know how many ways a human can bleed to death on Earth? Thousands. Predators with claws and teeth. Sharp rocks. Thorny plants. Even our own tools can cut us. If our blood did not clot this fast, humans would have gone extinct a million years ago. Qil'vesh felt a chill run through her exoskeleton. How many backup systems does your coagulation cascade have? At least 3 major pathways, Reeves said. Plus redundancies. If one system fails, 2 others kick in. Our blood does not take chances. That explains the battlefield reports, Brixen muttered. Human soldiers surviving wounds that should be fatal. Command thought they were exaggerating. They were not exaggerating, Reeves said. Humans are hard to kill because our bodies fight like hell to keep us alive. Blood clots fast, wounds seal. We keep going when we should be dead. Qil'vesh checked her scanner one final time. The wound had formed a complete seal. The bleeding had stopped entirely. Reeves' body had done in seconds what would have required emergency surgery for any other species. I need to update the entire medical database, she said quietly. Every protocol we have for human injuries is based on incorrect assumptions about clotting speed. Good idea, Reeve agreed. Because if another human gets hurt, you need to know we are going to start healing before you finish panicking. Trellix was still staring. What else can your blood do? It carries oxygen more efficiently than most species. It regulates body temperature. It fights infections with white blood cells that literally hunt down and destroy invaders, Reeve listed. Human blood is not just transport fluid. It is an active defense system. You are describing a biological weapon, Brixen said, his voice filled with something between fear and respect. We are describing a Deathworlder, Reeve corrected. Earth made us this way. Every predator that hunted us, every disease that tried to kill us, every injury that should have been fatal, all of it shaped human biology into something that refuses to die easily. Qil'vesh watched as Reeves stood up, testing his arm. The wound that should have required surgery was already beginning the healing process. She had studied xenobiology for decades, but this was beyond anything in her experience. I will need to examine you more thoroughly, she said. Document this for the medical journals. Sure, Reeves said. But first, someone needs to fix that mining laser before it kills someone who does not have Deathworld blood. As Reeve walked away, still bleeding slightly but very much alive, Qil'vesh turned to Brixen. Commander, I recommend updating our threat assessment of human crew members. Why? Brixen asked. They are our allies. Precisely, Qil'vesh said softly. Which means we should be very grateful that Deathworld biology is on our side. She looked down at the blood on the floor, blood that had stopped flowing before she could even begin treatment. Blood that knew how to save its owner without any help. Blood that came from a world so dangerous that the species that evolved there had to become weapons just to survive. The galaxy had accepted humans as equals. But Qil'vesh wondered if anyone truly understood what that meant. If human blood was this advanced, what other terrifying capabilities did Deathworlders possess? She suspected the galaxy would spend the next century finding out. What do you think is the most terrifying part of human biology from an alien perspective? Let us know in the comments below. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories from the edge of the galaxy.